Alright, let's see if she's... why he thinks she's dead, because it's obvious she's not. What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth? Right. I must confess, and then in reading her file, I came to know of the murder case you were involved in during your college years. Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey. Mia Fey! Mia Fey! Right, that's when she went evil. She went pure on evil. At the time, Dahlia, it's like she was possessed by a demon or something. It's been almost 5 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month. Executed? I'm sure that's a bit of a shock for you, right? And for more reasons than one. But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected with this case. She's dead, and once someone is dead, there's no way to revive them. There's no way to revive the dead? Huh, I wonder. It seems you're not aware of the other connection yet, Edgeworth. And what's that? It's about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother. What's their mother got to do with any of this? She's Morgan Fey, a spirit medium from a brain family of the Cavern channeling technique. Did you say Cavern channeling technique? Do you know something about it? Oh yes, I know it's connected with the fraudulent spirit medium. Fraudulent? I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago. I was caught up in the middle of a murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, and that's when they called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium and the master of her channeling school, but you know what happened? As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers were all fraudulent. Edgeworth, go to the police records room, it's all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case and you'll know. Of course, how could I forget? Edgeworth was the victim in that case. Edgeworth, you'll understand someday, and then you'll see that the Cavern channeling technique is indeed real. Alright, shout out to Nihilistic Goldfish. We'll get to this up to Don't Lean Me Bro. Congrats, Don't Lean Me Bro. I'm receiving a gifted sub. We did it, right? So are we good now? Now can I present this as the evidence? Because now we know what she looks like. I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's enough now to break the lock. I hope. I don't know what else I could possibly have here because I didn't get any new evidence added. No, so hopefully that's enough now. Let's go back and try to break that spirit lock. Alright, Fred Flintstone Jr. said you should get a Jerry curl. You could definitely pull it off. Alright, Jerry curl my whole head. Jerry curls. Sound good. Alright. Try this again. DJ Runo Cheese said, wait a minute. Wasn't an innocent person sentenced to jail because of the guy who died didn't even know who the culprit was himself? How is that the fault of Misty Faye? I have no idea. Kagyo Arturi says, maybe the picture of Lyrinju was accurate. Dahlia died, but then rose from hell to become a Yukai. Someone called Sekiro, the Black Order, the Winchester Brothers, and Demon Hunters. Alright. Alright, here we go. Take that! One down. Okay. There we go, testimony. There were two of you. Hello, Film Ghost Robo. My day's going well. Thanks for asking. Let's skip all this that we already did 3 times. All right. Here's the real evidence. We got it. Ah! I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps. Ah. That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne, a woman I know only too well. I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer... Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry. Thank you. There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? The second you who was there at the temple on the night of the murder, it was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne. But you just said it was yourself. You said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that? Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo, a training ground of the Cavern channeling technique. That night, someone else channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew all about it! Alright. Bolo Fett just subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much, Bolo Fett, for the sub. And Uzi Gohard just cheered and said, here's a little something about a Frogga like me. What? A Frogga? Oh my god. Alright. I see what you did there. And that is fucking funny. I see what you did there. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. Oh my god, that's funny. Alright. That's the secret. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stop laughing. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me. What's it? That's the secret. I gotta compose myself. Hold on, let me have some water. You got me with that one, dude. An anonymous dollar tipper is claiming Wings of Redemption took down detractor videos on YouTube. I don't care. I know you can't do it because it doesn't stick. They can easily just get them fucking reversed within 30 days anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's a waste of everybody's time. Okay. Let's try this one more time. That's a secret you've been trying to hide from me. Ah! Unlocked successful. Alright, here we go. I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I'd been spotted at the inner temple, I knew. I knew it was my sister. Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month. Just as I suspected, the iris that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple on the night of the murder, it was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me this before? Because my sister always does the right thing. Excuse me? And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again. You betrayed her? What do you mean? That's why I have to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way. What is she talking about? Huh. You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago? That was the start of it all. It's what started her down that twisted path. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life. It's all because I betrayed her. How did you betray her, Iris? It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. Oh my god, excuse me. Ooh. Oh my god. The chili is starting to digest now from dinner. Woo! Okay. Let's continue so I don't explode. After all, I helped plan the whole thing. What? But I got scared, so I ran away. What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father? That's awful. But I promised that I would help. And she didn't do it for the money. Huh? It was revenge on our father. Revenge? What is going on here? Nihilistic Goldfish now cheered and said, Frogga, Frogga, Frogga. Then he cheered and said, is gifting a sub only $1 or is it still $4.99? To my knowledge, it's full price. I don't know why you would even think it's cheaper, unless someone knows anything of some special promotion or something going on, but to my knowledge, it's full price right now, so. Okay. Okay, here we go. What do you mean by revenge? He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and then sent her to hell. Her mother? She must be talking about Morgan Fay. Our mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fey family. The main family had a lot of influence in many business and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was said to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power. But his plan backfired, because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as the master of Karain. That would be Misty Faye, Maya's mother. But before long, the credibility of the Karain tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Mystic Misty Faye, made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident. After that happened, our father took me and my own twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive and that he had no reason to stay there. And that's when you came here to Hazakura Temple? Yes, the woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see. Oh. And I haven't seen my mother since then. Having the master seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family, I've heard she's been very battered spiritually and emotionally. I think I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together. I have asked for everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it goes back to the history of the Fey clan. That's what it looks like. Iris, there's one more thing I wanted you to tell me. What is it? During the incident in which your sister, Dahlia Hawthorne, poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him? Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts. I see. Thank you for your help. You're welcome. Huh? Hurry up, Phoenix Wright. There's still much to investigate. Leave these locks to me. I'll open them for you, I promise. Thank you. I suppose I better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock. Pearl Cyclock. Yup. Alright. So, let's go move. We gotta go talk to Pearls. Can we talk to him again? Nope. We already got everything out of him. Alright. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I was expecting Larry and Pearls to be here. I guess they must have gone to collect firewood. I suppose I'll have to check back later. Well, that stinks. Polish Frog just cheered and said it's okay, Phil. I give you a swamp pass. You can say Frogger. I can make a joke that some people would find funny right now. I think it would actually be quite funny. But I know in the modern era, some people might be very, very upset. So I'm not going to make the joke. I'm just not going to do it. It's actually a funny joke that I think would actually be kind of insightful, but I'm not going to make that joke. I can't do it because some people will be assholes about it. You know, they'll say that I have some kind of a bad intention when I don't. So I'm not going to make it. All right. Let's go to the main gate. What do I do? Now everyone's joking about it. Froggas with attitudes is a Lucian god. Alright, everyone. I know it's funny. Let's chill out. Let's please chill out on it. Don't beat it to death, please. It was funny, but let's not beat the whole thing to death, okay? Oh, I didn't go here yet. The courtyard. What's this? Sounds like someone's happy. What tune is that they're humming? Huh? No motive, no crime. No motive, no crime. Sing it with me. No motive, no crime. Ah! The voice of an angel. Ah, cha, 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 cha. I remember when we used to search in the channeling room in Karain. Whoa, I love my job. Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigating's all about. An investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. Wow. Good cases we have, good cases we've lost along the way. I would never have guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae. What? He's singing reggae? You're like, good, good guesses we lost, good guesses we won along the way. Oh, oh, oh. What the hell? Reggae? He was into reggae. I didn't know that's what it was. Every case is gonna be a tight. Every case is gonna be a tight. It's supposed to be everything is gonna be alright. Every case is gonna be a tight. I said every case is gonna be a tight. Hey, pal. Huh? Who, me? How long have you been there? I just got here. Oh, okay. So what are you up to, detective? I'm investigating, pal. I made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. I promised I would find the real murder weapon. The real murder weapon. That barbed sword thing turned out to be a false lead, right? I'm giving it my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper. It looks like a letter or something. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though. A letter? Okay. So how's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess it can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place at the Inner Temple Garden. And they're taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously back at HQ. Gaki Artori says I pronounced yokai wrong. It's pronounced yokai. Also, did you ever find out what that troll tipper's name translated to? Yeah, it was a total insult. Apparently one of the words meant pig, and one of the words went like blow me. It was like something that's really fucking dumb. It was a troll tipper. So, there you go. Big surprise there, right? Okay. What? You mean... I don't have the details, pal. All I know is, if you don't find Maya down in that sacred cavern, we're gonna be faced with one ugly situation. What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here? You got me. I don't know. They're not my words, pal. And who said it? Mr. Godot. Godot? What do you mean by that? Godot. How about that letter you found? Don't remind me, pal. I'm busting a gut here trying to find the murder weapon, and all I find is some burnt up old letter. Burnt up old letter? Yeah, it was in the incinerator right outside the Inner Temple. The incinerator? I knew it. I knew that I wasn't imagining it. There was snow on the incinerator when I first saw it. But after the incident, the snow had melted away. Which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder. Haha. Oh boy. Excuse me. Sorry guys, that's the chili. That's the chili. Okay. What's up with you, pal? I got it right here if you want to take a look. Can I? Do you mind? Sure, go nuts. I don't have it. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff. I bet it's no relation to this case. Spirit mediums. Burnt letter added to the court record. It's gotta be important if it mentions spirit mediums and masters. I better give it a good looking over and some serious thought. Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done. Littering's a crime, pal. Oh my god, there's no way I'm reading this name. Bust down frog? To be $1? I don't know what this means. They said, do you believe Jared Fogle is innocent? What do you mean? Jared Fogle innocent. From what I'm to understand, not only did they catch him involved in a kiddie porn ring, but also he was caught making sexual advances and or trying to arrange sexual encounters with underage girls. That's gotta be a lot of evidence that they had for that to try to, you know, nail him with that. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no, he's probably not innocent, considering that he's in jail right now. Okay? Okay. Murder weapon. So, what do you know about the real murder weapon so far? Well, it wasn't the shishishito that was found impaled in the victim's body. Mr. Edgeworth proved that in court today. Yes, that's true. In which case, it must have been another blade. And that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now, huh? Yeah, and man, is it tiring work. But let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. We got the feather of forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this. Secret weapon? Okay. What's the secret weapon of yours? You wanna know? You gotta think scientifically, okay? Alright. The murder weapon was a sword. Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right? Any questions so far? No, but I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart. So what's the perfect tool for the job? Ta-da! A metal detector! Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away. Well, you want to give scientific investigation a go? Huh? Me? I've been using this thing for hours now. It's pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try? I don't know. Should I help Detective Gumshoe out or not? I guess we'll do it. Why not? Come on, pal. It's good fun, I'm telling you. Alright then. I guess I'll give it a go. Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget. The absolute best. It's so sensitive, you could make it cry. It's so high-tech, it could skydive off of it. Oh, well, bother. So, now I'm going to tell you how to use it. It's possible the real murder weapon is around here somewhere, right? Sure, that's what we're trying to find out. Right, so first, let's turn the detector on. That's the sound of the metal detector signal bouncing off of something metallic. Next, move the detector around and give this courtyard a good looky-see, pal. Don't worry, this baby will let you know when you've hit something metallic. Then press the X button. This thing picks up metallic objects that are hidden from sight, too. Okay. This looks like a wallet. Aha! That's where it's been. Is it yours, detective? I'm always dropping it, so I put a bell on it. But you still dropped it anyway. Yeah, but now I found it again, pal. Your wallet is completely empty. Well, I drop it all the time, so I don't put any money in there anymore. And how come the metal detector picked it up? Must be because of the bell, I guess. Whoa! What's this? A pen? Hey, I've been looking all over for that, pal. Huh? It's yours? Yeah, my old man gave it to me when I qualified as a detective. He told me it'd be good for sticking in suspects' faces. That makes your detective sound really nasty. That's my dream, to stick it in your face one day, right? And don't go losing it. Looks like there's something brown buried in the ground here. Don't touch that, pal! Huh? What is it? It's a trap. People send them out to catch us detectives. They're real nasty. A trap for detectives? You mean like those fierce traps with sharp teeth that are supposed to snag your leg? Yeah, those! I got my finger caught in one of those once. Your finger? There was this bit of cheese that looked tasty, so I reached out and then BAM! I'm not sure how to respond to a story as stupidly pitiful as that. This is Miss Donim's staff, isn't it? Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood, but the detector's reacting to it. Yeah, but however you look at it, the thing's made of wood, alright? I don't bother investigating anything unless it looks like it might be metallic. Wait a minute! Maybe it's one of those staves that opens and has a hidden blade inside, and that was the murder weapon. Aha! By the way, DJ Bruno Chudy said maybe they used that metal detector in court, and the sword will stuck in Francisco this time. Hint, hint. What? What? I don't even know what that means. Thanks for the cheer, though, I guess. Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal where you can't see it? It's weird this thing is causing a racket. Here, let me take a look at it. Hey, hands off! Examining evidence is a job for the... Ack! The top's coming off! Look what you've done! You damaged a really important piece of evidence! Ah! I knew it! That's a sword! Inside the staff! Is this... Could it be... the murder weapon? Wow. I never have guessed that there would be a sword concealed in the victim's staff. They call this kind of thing a sword cane, pal. This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have stabbed her own foot. I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. If the real scene of the crime was the inner temple garden, then why was the sword used to kill the victim found over here in the main hall courtyard? Hey Gumshoe, who knows about the hidden sword? No one. Even the police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now. Well, as they say, there's no team in Gumshoe. Doesn't look like there are any traces of blood on it. Then I guess this isn't the murder weapon, huh? No. I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder. Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Great job, pal. It's about the same length as the Shishishito, too. This must be the murder weapon. Okay, I'm gonna run over to forensics. There's gotta be some traces of blood left, even if most has been wiped off. See you later, pal. Oh my god. Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight. Wait up, detective. Huh? Oh, what is it, pal? I'm a pretty busy guy right now, you know. You're going to get that stuff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off for just a while? Huh? What are you talking about, pal? Please, just until we find Maya. Maya? Oh, what's this got to do with her? I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. Oh, how so? Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern now, and, well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony that I hear, the more uneasy I'm feeling. Oh, God, excuse me. You don't think? Please, detective, let's just wait until we can get inside the sacred cavern. You're looking kind of viridian here. Okay. Just stop it with that face, pal. One thing, though. This stuff's secret trick, let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out that we knew about it and didn't say anything, we're finished. I understand. This is just a regular run-of-the-mill staff, you got it? Okay, now you go take care of it, pal. Thank you, detective. Don't worry. She'll be fine. Gumshoe? You know, there's a place at the base of this mountain that has some really good pasta. How about I take you there when you find Maya, huh, pal? Sure, thanks. Victim staff received from Detective Gumshoe for safekeeping. I can't help but wonder, though, what was Elise Donim doing with a staff like this in the first place, right? Why was she walking around with a hidden sword staff? Huh. Interesting. Alright, so Akio Artorius Cheery said the last case of the first game, the bullet was found in Manfred von Karma's shoulder using the metal detector. How could you have forgotten the Godzilla roar that followed? Huh? You guys gotta understand something. I played the original Phoenix Wright, what was it, like 8 years ago? And I only played it once, and I never watched the playthrough back. So I don't remember much of it at all. Most of the stuff that they're referencing in this game from the first game, I don't remember at all. So, there you go. Alright. Aha! Dorky is asking, am I going to try Samurai Showdown when it comes out? I'm interested in it, but I don't know when it comes out. And I've gone through all of the solid release dates for the rest of the year right after E3. And I talked about it in my special podcast last week and everything. And there was no set date for its release at that point. Maybe now it does a week later, but I don't know when it comes out. If you guys, if you guys are interested to see me play a fighting game like Samurai Showdown when it comes out, I'll give it a shot, but I don't even know when it comes out. I have no idea. Okay. Look at that. They really did make a fire right in front of the shack. Oh, Mr. Nick. Ha, you're too late, Nick. If you came here for our potatoes, we've already finished them all off, dude. I think I pretty much got all the evidence that I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding. Alright, let's save. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Here we go. Alright. So, at the dinner the night of the murder, we know where she was. We know where she was. She was at the Inner Temple. Okay. Alright, you were here, weren't you? Look, she's not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried. She was worried about Maya, so let's present that. Okay. It's obvious what you were so worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? Ah! You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. Bottom Boy Charles took me $1. Says, what are you doing to celebrate Pride Month? It's the best time of the year to slay. I would know about that. I'm a married man. I don't care about that kind of stuff. So there you go. Thank you for the $1 tip. All right. So after all, it was a special course, which you already know about, right? Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Hazakor Temple to Maya in the first place, you felt responsible, didn't you? Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more than worried. I couldn't sit still at all, right? Alright, so what's the next log? I can't remember. Okay. We're clear now that you went to the inner temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. About what time was it when you headed over to the inner temple? It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10, and I wanted to get there before it started. There was so much snow, I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock. Until after 10, how did you know what time it was? Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out. She heard the lights out bell. The Hazakor Temple's bell's pretty small, though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing. I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it, that would be terrible. She was trying to hear the bell? Tell me, Pearls, why were you so worried about hearing that bell? Huh? Oh, I think I know why. The reason we were so worried about the bell was because of this. Oh, look. Be careful, once the night falls, should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. Her name is Blank. She is our Blank. The whole Blank. Here's a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Once this is Blank, burn the Blank. Also make Blank. Tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the blank fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. Ha ha! Take that! We got it. You were given some instructions to follow for that night, weren't you? Huh. I presume you recognize these pieces of paper. Ah! Where did you... In the incinerator at the inner temple. Pearls? You were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell. I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing. That's 2 down. Only 2 down. And we've got 3 more to go. Good lord. Okay. Okay. The instructions that were found in the incinerator. I believe they were written for you, Pearls. For me, no. As you can see, a large portion has been burnt. But the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearls? What spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Nah. Taking into account the author of the note and the purpose for writing it. Whose spirit were Pearls have been trying to channel? Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearls was supposed to channel. The person you were trying to channel that night, Pearls, was... Dahlia Hawthorne. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That's the name that was in the letter. Ah! Haha! It's just as I suspected. It wasn't Iris who Sister Bikini met at the inner temple that night at all. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you know anything about her, Pearls? Do you know what kind of a woman Dahlia Hawthorne was? No. I never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions. I thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. About the instructions in the letter I found, Pearls. Who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my next question. Who wrote the set of instructions for you to follow? Her mom. Pearls, I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you? But you followed them to the letter regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you. That's why. How did you... I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fay. Wah. Alright, Pearls. It's time you started telling me the truth. Mr. Nick, Why is she holding back from me? I don't like this. Don't underestimate me just because I'm a child. Huh? If you're trying to say I followed these instructions, I'd like to see some proof. What? Because I don't think you have any. She'd say anything rather than admit to carrying out those instructions. I guess I'd have to produce some more evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, Pearls. We both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right. There's no evidence that proves it was you. I knew it. However, I do know that whoever did it was a child. Huh? How do you know that? It couldn't have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that. Simple mistake? What do you mean by that? I'm sure you thought you were carefully following the instructions you've been given. But you misunderstood some of the words, and this is the evidence that proves it. Really? Let me read this again. Soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. Picture of her using me to channel her. I know you can do it. Burn. What does this is? Burn the blank. Also make blank to tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. Gravely roast. Gravely roast the master. Gravely roast. Gravely roast the master. Gravy. She thought it said gravy, not gravely. So she threw gravy all over the picture of the master. Oh my god.
Take that!
It was you who splattered gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it? Ah! What? Why would I do something like... Do you remember what was written in that letter? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast among others, right? How do you know that? Remember the conversation you had with Ms. Donim on the night of the murder? Perhaps we can read some books together. Really? I'd love to. I'm not very good at reading. Well then, would you like to practice reading with me? Miss Elise, so for example, how do you read this? It says gravely. That's kind of a tough word. Sure, Ms. Donim taught you how to read gravely and roast, but what she didn't teach you is what they meant. Gravely sounded like gravy to me, and the only roast I could think of was the food. And that's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master in gravy for that night's pot roast. Oh my god. To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. Yeah, I'll say. I guess I really did get the wrong idea. Just a tiny bit. I really am useless. I couldn't even burn the letter properly as my mother had asked of me. Such a simple thing, and I couldn't even do it right. Wow. Unlocked successful. Okay, now we can finally get the truth out of her. Jesus, that took forever. That was the longest unlock so far in the Phoenix Wright history. Okay, here we go. After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple with a pot full of leftover gravy. The gravy? I saw the picture on the hanging scroll near the sacred cavern. I was sure it was the Master of Karain, like it said in the letter. I see. And then? Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. So I went to the inner temple guest area. The guest area? Yes, I thought I could wait there until the training was over. Why didn't you just go to the training hall? Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started and I couldn't interrupt it. So I just stayed where I was and prayed for her to get through it. But then Pearls, did you fall asleep? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just couldn't help it. Hey, don't worry about it, Pearl. Who cares if you fell asleep, dude? I fell asleep waiting for Iris, too. It happens. Anyway, then you found yourself trapped at the inner temple? Yes, and when I woke up, it was morning. I tried not to cry, but Dusky Bridge wasn't there anymore and there was no one in the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw the letter in the incinerator, and then I heated up the leftover gravy and lit off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll while you cried. Wow, Hot Dog and Daddy cheered asking to be made a mod. No. It must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school, too. Don't equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry. Okay, now what about the lost powers? It was written right in my mother's letter. It was said, as soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring. So you channeled Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit? No. I tried, but I couldn't do it. You couldn't do it? I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. I tried and I tried and I tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. But I just couldn't do it. Don't let it get you down, Pearl. It'll all work out. If you want, I'll come flying through the sky with you, bro. Whoosh, just like that. So she never managed to channel the spirit. Is that why you think your spiritual powers are gone? Yes, I don't know what to do. Isn't there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit? I suppose there's one other possibility. It's not very likely, though. Could you please tell me what it is anyway? It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit. Someone else? What do you mean? Well, there's only one of each spirit, right? Yup, it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can't see a hot chick if she's already taken. Then, then that would mean that on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearls could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne, and it wasn't Pearl. I mean, there's very few channelers. You got Maya, you got Pearls. I guess you could argue that, Bikini, you know, the nun, or I guess the monk, or I guess whatever you want to call her, she could have done it maybe if she has that level. We don't know, but being that she's the head of this school, you would think she would have that. It could have been Misty Faye, right? It could have been, I mean, this could have been anyone at this point. It could have been one of four people, maybe who had the capability to do it. Damn, now it's a big mystery. Okay. No, Hot Dog and Daddy, I cannot make you a mod. You asked twice now, and the answer is no. And Gabe Bing Bussy tipped me $1 saying about being at a gay pride parade with Stefan and tipping me $1. Thanks very much. I appreciate that. And I'm going to gloss right over that and continue on to try to end up this investigation. All right. I'm a failure. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish. Her final wish? Yes, this letter. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully. This letter. I definitely need to find out more about it. Okay. Wait a minute. If it says her final wish, maybe it wasn't from her mother at all. Maybe it was from her sister and she didn't know it. Maybe it's a letter from Dahlia before Dahlia was executed. Because her mother's incarcerated, but Dahlia's dead, right? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Okay. My mother has gone to a place called a penitentiary. Yeah, I know, Pearls. I visit her every month. And last month she told me, the time we've been waiting for has come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I hid a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fae clan, my angel. Ah, you'll be doing a great thing. Now listen carefully and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden. Underneath my pentagram! Underneath my satanic items! I love how she turned like into a demon. Okay. My mother is always nice to me. I love her very much. Yeah, moms will do anything for their kids, right, dude? She said... She said it was for the good of the... That's some exorcism shit. She said it was for the good of the Fae clan, so I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mystic Maya's part of the Fae clan, so it had to be good for her, too. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Nick? I guess so, yeah. There was a picture with her letter, too. Oh, look, there's a bunch of fucking dumbass trolls. Oh, look, I get to get rid of them. This is good. Here we go. Look, I get to do this. Look at all these lean-in manual bands. This is exciting. Hold on. I didn't actually get to do any lean-in manual bands today, so now I get to do a bunch. This is fun. Oh, man. Hold on. Let me continue on here. Let's see who else we get. Here we go. We got this one, too. Oh, man. We got a bunch here. This is fun. All right. That was like 3 or 4 lean-in manual bands. Excellent. DJ Bruno Cheers says, I think that Misty Faye channeled Dahlia and she committed suicide at the spirit medium died. She set up the sword and then dropped herself onto it, maybe. At this point, I don't know. We know it has to be one of the 4 channelers. She says it wasn't her. So that means it was either Maya, which doesn't really make sense, because Bikini said that she had seen Dahlia in the same room as Maya in that temple. It could have been Bikini, and Bikini's just outright lying about everything, or it could have been Misty Faye. But why would Misty Faye have channeled Dahlia? That doesn't make any sense yet. Maybe it will later, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, there was a picture with her letter, too. A picture of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Aha! Usually a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time... Pretty weird, huh? Like Leary knows anything about this stuff. There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken, as if someone had already opened it up once before. That sure is pretty strange. Someone had opened it already? See what I mean? That letter was from Dahlia to Dahlia's mother. And then Dahlia's mother somehow had that letter hid at the house, and then had her find it, making her think it was a letter from the mother to her, when it wasn't. It was a letter from Dahlia. That's who it was from. It's the wait a minute guy. Timmy $1 said, wait a minute, it was the frogs all along. Maybe it was. Maybe one of the frogs. Maybe the frogs. It's one of those situations. The frogs can get together inside of a trench coat and look like a person. So it was like 25 frogs just came together to become like a mask that looked like a human inside of a hood and the robe, and it looked like it was Dahlia, but it wasn't. It was just a big mass of frogs. Maybe it was. Thanks, Pearls. You really helped me. That's one of the more unlikely suggestions, I would say. Okay. Thanks, Pearls. You really helped me out. You're very welcome. My mother is watching over us, so I'm sure Mystic Maya will be all right. Look at that innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her? Huh? What's this? Oh my god, Godot! You finally figured it out, have you, Shrek? You finally realized how terrible of a crime being painfully oblivious is. Godot? The entrance to the sacred cavern looks like a freaking puzzle workshop. I guess he's talking about Iris and the lock-breaking effort. But it's all a waste of time. Why do you say that? Because Maya Fey isn't coming back. What? You don't know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect her, right? Just like it was your job to protect Mia Fey. 2 sisters caught up in the worst of circumstances. I realize that, and you were the only one who was by their sides. You were the only one who could have saved them. But I didn't know anything that was about to go on. Ha! What did I just say, Trite? Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Tomorrow, we'll settle everything in the court tomorrow, once and for all. Motherfucker. Mr. Nick, Is what that man just said true? It'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Maya's alive. You'll see for yourself tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. I know I could trust you, Mr. Nick. Is that it? Is that the end of it? My dear Pearl, you've done so well, my child, my Pearl. It's better now that you don't know what you've done. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. Now finally, after all this time, the master seat is yours. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time. Bring me the goat's blood. La, 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 la. Alrighty then. Okay. Well, that was one hell of an investigation session, wasn't it, everybody? Woo! That is it. In fact, that is perfect timing because there's no point in starting the court case now. It's 9 p.m. my time, and typically I end around now. So this is the perfect time to say, stay tuned for next time to see what happens. I'm assuming we're now going to head into the final leg of Case 5 because we've now done, seriously, an hour and a half to 2 hours of intro, 2 hours of court case, another 2 hours of investigation. So already we're at least 6 to 7 hours into Case 5. I can't imagine this case going on much longer. I'm thinking we're going to have the big culmination. Probably, I'd say, I'm going to guess 2 more court segments. There's going to be a court segment and then a break and a denouement, big culmination moment. Oh my God, what the fuck? And then the big reveal at the end. So I'm going to guess maybe 2 more sessions and we may actually be able to beat this game. I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong. And there could be 3 more sessions, 4 more sessions, 10 more sessions. Can you imagine 20 hours? Can you imagine that? A few people are saying probably 3 sessions. So, all right, I guess we'll find out next time. All right. So,